Okay, world travelers, we have flown from Nairobi, Kenya, down to Mombasa, which is on the coast. The two biggest cities in Kenya are Nairobi and Mombasa. We are staying at the Sarova Whitesands Resort in Mombasa. Just thought I'd give you a quick tour of the hotel. It's run by the same company that ran our game camp in Masai Mara, Sarova. So I highly recommend them. These two properties have been stellar. Staffs are excellent, well trained, very courteous, and I wouldn't hesitate to stay at any of the Sarova properties in the future. Here you come in, and there's a big kind of reception area. Then off to your right is the buffet dining area. Off to your left is the a la carte dining area. So you buy packages here that include the stay plus one meal, two meal, or three meals a day. So you can just spend all your time at the hotel in the resort if you want. We bought the package that had two meals. We could eat breakfast and dinner. And we had the option of going somewhere else for lunch if we wanted. We ended up eating at the hotel for lunch, so it was fine. Anyway, through those doors there is where the beach is. Through that opening right there. You'll see. And it's a beautiful property. Lots of coconut palms. Everything is expertly maintained. I just can't say enough. Down that direction, there's a big swimming pool. And the other direction, also a smaller pool by the spa. There's Tulia, I guess is the name of the spa, where you can get a massage. This is the beach, right? The white sand beach runs all the way along the front of the hotel. And right now the tide is way out, so the tide changes by a lot. So when it's out, there's reefs exposed out there. That little flag, green flag, means the tide is all the way out. There's a yellow flag and a red flag that shows when the tide is coming in or going out. If the tide's coming in, it runs all the way up to the steps that you're going to. This is a lizard. This is it's called a marble lizard. It's a very colorful lizard with an orange head and a blue body, and it's very fast. Hard to get a good picture of it, but it's a beautiful lizard that is found here in Mombasa. And these things run all over the property. So you can go out to as a little water course. You can go out on the glass bottom boat. So we decided to take the glass bottom boat out for some snorkeling. Then they take you out and drop you off on a huge reef that's out there. It has tide pools when the tide is out. And the tide is out now. So we timed the boat ride for when the tide's out, so the water is not so deep. Here's the reef where we're going to go snorkeling. And the water is not clear like Morea or whatever, but or Seychelles, but it's clear enough because the tide comes in and out all the time. So there's some murkiness, but you can see here from the fish into the glass bottom boat that the water is pretty clear. And it's probably 84 degrees. It's very comfortable to get in. The guy goes under and feeds the fish some bread. So if you're looking down through the windows, you can see a bunch of fish. But I just stuck the camera over the side and filmed the fish. So lots of fish. The reef is not spectacular. I evaluated whether or not I wanted to go diving and decided not to go scuba diving because it's just not that spectacular. But the fish are beautiful. And a little bit of reef coming up next that I'll show you. Not too much coral, a lot of seagrass out there. So The diving was 110 euros for a 2-tank dive, and that's typical with what it is all around the world. So the costs are reasonable. But I just didn't think it was worth spending some of the limited time we have here. So we arrived on Friday, and we're going to leave and take the train back to Nairobi on Monday from Sarova National Park. So that'll be our 4th national park to go through. And actually, as I make this video, we've already come back to Nairobi as I publish it. So we saw something like 50 elephants, more than 50 elephants coming back through Tsavo on the train. Spectacular. Giraffes, elephants, big water buffalo. Pretty awesome. Okay, so here you can see a lot of the floor is cleaned by just and there's a little bit of coral beneath rock. So what I didn't notice after I got out of the water was there was saltwater stains on the lens, but the rest of the videos I took had a little bit of blurriness to them because of the water stains on the lens. I thought I wiped off well enough. There's a little coral there. Then after the snorkeling, they take you to the big reef where you can walk. See, the high tide, this is all covered up with several feet of water. But it's fun to come out here and walk around and see what you can find in the tide pool just outside of it. So it's a national marine sanctuary, so you can't take it. You can only look. We found some cool shells. Now this guy who was our boat driver and kind of guide, he's out on this reef in bare feet. We were wearing flip-flops because the rocks are sharp. His feet are so calloused that he just walks on the reef with bare feet. Amazing. He's going to find me a sea urchin here in a minute. There's fish swimming around in these tide pools. I'll trade some starfish. There, he just found the sea urchin. He picked it up and handed it to me. That thing was still moving around. It was definitely live. It was spines. Okay, we got some interesting shells and sea stars, starfish coming up. Here, take a picture of Fort Man. Yeah. They're our hosts while we're here in Kenya. Okay, so here's I think it's a tiger shell. I'm not sure what they call it. Also very much alive. Put it back down so it can stay alive. The next thing is a sea cucumber, and that's what kind of rubbery. And here's the starfish. It's crawling all over the place. They have like a little button body in the middle, and they actually move around fairly quickly. Okay, so that's that's pretty much our visit to the reef. And on the way back, we're going to see some camels on the beach. Um, and they're giving camel rides. We didn't want to do that because we've ridden camels enough over the years that we didn't need to ride camels. But stay tuned. We're gonna go downtown Mombasa and see Fort Jesus and some other sites in the last video that I made for this trip. So here's the camels. Very nice property. Highly recommend Sarova properties. I think they have 9 different locations in Kenya. It's a local Kenyan company. So we'll see you downtown Mombasa.